to make a deep run in the tournament. Just a very consistent program.
Now here's Johnson. Lawson outside. And the foul called on Freak. Jayhawks leading by 3. Taking a look at Arizona. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Ewing. Then it's Johnson, and it's Lawson in at the 1 spot.
How about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off. Just sensational stuff.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Jayhawks.
And they've made an effort to get to the line here in the first half, guys, and it's starting to pay off.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly is.
Jayhawks leading by 6. 1:41 left here in the first half.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
Drops it in from 11 feet. Freak's got 10 points in the game.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending him.
1:09 left in the first half. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Been a great game tonight for Freak. He's got 10 points, and he's knocked down a pair of three-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
And Arizona making a change here.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Carter kicks to Goodwin. And the foul called on Freak. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. There's a minute left in the first half of the game. They get it back. That's into the Jayhawks' lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Hollins.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded. Off with the layup. Arizona trails by 6. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Goodwin with him. Now defended by Freak. And the foul called on Freak. And that's going to do it for him. His 5th foul, so he will not see any more minutes.
Can't be sleeping, keep on waking. Got the woman next to me. guilt is burning, inside I'm hurting. This ain't a feeling I can keep, so blame.
And this is where it's at, folks. The college tournament ends here tonight. For one team, the joy of a lot. Going to be some incredible action all along the way. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners, Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers taking on the Kansas Jayhawks.
You got that right. I mean, this is what each student-athlete has worked so hard for all season long. An opportunity for the title. I mean, this game might very well be the defining moment for the lives of every one of these young men.
Both of these teams have gone through so much adversity just to make it here. All tournament long, it's been survive and advance. But now, this is the part where you put all your chips on the table and just lay it on the line.
Let's check out Wisconsin's starting lineup. We've got Kaminsky. Hill is out there with Hawkins. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the 4 slot. Oubre with the steal. And here we go, the Jayhawks with a fast break. Freak with the ball.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on in this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title. And not many people know this, but the Badgers do have one college title in their trophy case. Won the tournament back in 1941. A different time back then, but a title nevertheless.
And that is good. Freak's got his second bucket of the night.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
They double him with Freak, and stolen by Freak.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player. I mean, that's a tough break for the D.
Wisconsin trails by 6. And for that 1941 title you mentioned, Greg, for the Badgers, it was actually their first invitation to the College Tournament Club.
How about that for a first impression?
Yeah, not bad.
Not too bad at all. Prior to their recent run of success, that was their lone bright spot as a program.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, Freak in at point guard, and it's Oubre in at the 3.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Jayhawks leading by 4.
And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
And the Jayhawks making a change here. Duncan's checked in. And Wisconsin also making a switch. Kaminsky's checked in. Set the pick. And here's Hawkins. 2 minutes. It's back to Hill. He feeds it to Evans. Good, the assist goes. Goes to Hill.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Move the ball. Stick it to
Now here's Freak. He's covered by Hawkins. Takes it from 10. That's short off the rim. Wisconsin trails by 4. Dishes it to Evans. And the rebound goes to Duncan.
And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that.
And the big game is just about ready to get going for our second half of play. What a championship atmosphere we've got here tonight. We are just one half of basketball away from seeing college basketball history being made.
You know what, guys? That was the start that Freak and his team wanted in the first half. I mean, they didn't run away with the game, but they're in a really good spot to capture the title.
These first 5 minutes in the second half are going to be huge. They know their opponent is going to come out strong and try to even things up. But if they can keep their cool, they'll be on their way, I think, to the title.
And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. We've got Hawkins. He's out there with Hill. Decker is out there with Kaminsky. And it's Evans in at the power forward position.
And, guys, one big story that we have in this championship game is that a guy like Freak could boost his draft stock quite a bit. A win here could catapult him up the big boards of a lot of teams.
And, you know, while it's just one game, scouts will get a chance to see how he plays on the big stage. Knowing a player is at his best when the lights are brightest is a big plus in GM's books.
And the Badgers with possession here. It's a 5-point game. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Now here's Freak. He's covered by Hawkins. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, take a look at the numbers for Freak. He's got 10 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
The Badgers making a switch here. Dawkins checked in.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
And he gets the bucket. Hawkins has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Now here's Freak. Not a lot of room. Goes up from the top of the key. And Dawkins pulls it down.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Hill kicks to Hawkins. Here's Dawkins. The shot will not go. And Kansas the other way now. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it.
This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
About 3 seconds between shot and game play. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. The Jayhawks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And Wisconsin going with almost an entirely new group here.
Come on, lock it up, fellas, lock it up.
And both free throws good from Freak. Wisconsin trails by 8. And the foul called on Freak. Here's Conley. Freak. He's in at point guard. Also Duncan out there. And it's Terry in at the 4-man position.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Freak with it.
Move the ball. Stick it too much.
And he makes the 8-footer. Freak's got the lead up to 10 now for the Jayhawks.
Well, he scored over half of their points so far. That's a major contribution.
You're starting to feel it from deep. Let's tighten up our pressure on the perimeter and make those looks tougher to get. We're going to give up the drive. Have to rotate on the weak side to get there.
Here's Decker. Passes to Hawkins. And the foul called on Freak. And that's his 5th. And so the Jayhawks take the win. And what an incredible feeling it is for a team who's had to fight every step of the way. Right now, guys, there is no better feeling for them as they are the last team standing in this terrific tournament.
Kevin, you said, I mean, all the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears, now you see it paying off at this very moment.
There's been a ton of sacrifice along the way. I mean, from the kids and their parents and the support staff. I mean, they've...
Hello?
Hey, Ma, it's me.
Hey, Frequency.
I got you on speakerphone.
Okay, your sister there?
Hey, Mama, I'm right here.
Hey, baby, how you doing?
I'm fine.
Hi, Mama. How you doing? I'm fine.
Does she have to be here?
Yes. Mr. Pagnotti, the agent I was telling you about, he's in the room, too.
How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. Nice to meet you.
What a pleasure to finally meet the queen mother of this young, talented man, even if only by telephone.
That's sweet. Hang on, Frequency.
Good evening and welcome to the NBA Draft. With the first pick in the NBA Draft, the Minnesota Timberwolves select Karl Anthony Towns from the University of Kentucky. With the second pick in the NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select D'Angelo Russell from The Ohio State University. With the third pick in the NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Jahlil Okafor from Duke University. With the 4th pick in the NBA draft, the New York Knicks select Kristaps Porzingis from Latvia. With the 5th pick in the NBA draft, the Orlando Magic select Mario Hezonja from Dubrovnik, Croatia. With the 6th pick in the NBA draft, the Sacramento Kings select Willie Cauley-Stein from the University of Kentucky. With the 7th pick in the NBA draft, the Denver Nuggets select Emmanuel Mudiay from Dallas, Texas. With the 8th pick in the NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Stanley Johnson from the University of Arizona. With the 9th pick in the NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Frank Kaminsky. With the 10th pick in the NBA draft, the Miami Heat select the 19-year-old point guard from the University of Kansas.
Let's do this, young man.
Yes, sir.
We met working at the post office together. Mark was the clerk and I was a carrier. And I asked her out to lunch one time and take her for a bagel.
All right. You all know why we're here and what we came to do this year. This is only the beginning of a very long season, but Game 1 means just as much as Game 82. Now, we have some new faces here that I really expect to make an impact for us this season.
Here we go. My first NBA game. This is something I've been waiting for my entire life. And to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. But I know this is where I belong. So I just gotta get out there and do what I was born to do. I hope I can make my family proud.
Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K. Coming off the bench of the first official NBA appearance from Freak.
You know, and what a huge moment this is for him. I mean, your whole life has been spent leading up to this, and finally he's going to get to take the court in the NBA. I mean, his mind has to be racing like 1,000,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I mean, there are all different kinds of pressure situations. This is about as nerve-wracking as it gets. But even so, I don't think it takes away from how much he enjoys it.
On the floor for Charlotte, Kid Gilchrist and Williams are at the forward spots. Lee out there with Jeremy Lin. And it's Zeller into the 5 down low.
And Charlotte's defense didn't really start out incredible last season, but over the course of the year, they climbed the ranks, and by the end of the year, they were a force.
Winslow kicks to Freak, launches it. It's rebounded by Charlotte. 1:46 left in the first quarter, and the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. 1:46 left to play in the first quarter. Outside, Kid Gilchrist. And stolen by Freak.
Well, they've weathered their turnovers so far.
They've been lucky to this point. If they want to keep this lead, they need to take better care of the ball.
And here we see the debut of Freak, the kid from Harlem. His first time on an NBA floor. And Clark, it's a moment that he's worked very hard to achieve, and his family has got to be proud.
Extremely so, Kevin. It's been a long journey for him. But
Hornets leading by 18. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Kemba Walker is out there with Jeremy Lamb. Then it's Zeller. Then there's Batum. And it's Kid Gilchrist in at the 4 slot. Plenty of daylight on that shot. And that's now 11 points for Kemba Walker.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And that one's good. Freak. And that's...
Coming home. New York City, baby. I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited. Mama, Pops, and Cece, yeah, they're gonna be there. Playing in front of them in the NBA uniform for the first time is gonna be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's gonna be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good, though. I've been waiting for this my entire life. And I'll be ready.
On the road, looking for a win against an Eastern Conference rival, the Miami Heat are ready to get this thing started. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And the continued absence of Derek Williams, the story for them right now.
Kevin, yeah, he got injured a few games ago, and it's been tough without him.
And we've seen what a different team they are without him on the floor. I mean, it has not been nearly as cohesive a unit as when he's there.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. So the opening lineup for the Heat, the big men are Bosch and Whiteside. Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3, and it's Dragic in at the 1. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And Hassan Whiteside of Miami had the breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season, averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great to see for Whiteside because he did have some issues prior to the breakout year, and it's nice to see him find his stride and produce with that awesome talent he has.
Here's Roten after Amari Stoudemire's bucket. And the rejection by Stoudemire.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
From deep, it's hauled in by Jose Calderon. New York trailing. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
Well, guys, what a nice surprise Tony Roten was last season, especially effective taking over at the point, Clark, with Michael Carter-Williams gone.
Yeah, Roten put up a career-high 5 assists per game and really worked hard at the defensive end as well. He's one of the few talents on the Sixers roster that hadn't been traded away.
Now here's Freak.
Move the ball. Stick it to run.
Off on the layup. And here we go. Fast break. Calderon's got it. The shot is off.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to go. And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia.
And the Miami Heat have finished in the top 2 spots or better in each of the years the big three were in town. Last season that changed as they would end up 10th in that Eastern Conference.
And for the Heat, once the bullies of the Eastern Conference, they had a lot of trouble keeping up with other Eastern Conference teams.
Kevin, they finished 25-27 against the rest of the conference, played under 500 against the East at home, which really negated their chances for the playoffs.
There's the dish to Freak. Three-pointer. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
35 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. O'Quinn, no good again that time.
Defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And a wide open look for Freak. Off target from outside.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Here's Roten. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Magic in Orlando.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring and setting up his teammates.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Heat out front, up 2. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. before the game, Carmelo Anthony talked about how he prepares himself mentally to carry this team.
It's easy. It's basketball. It's out there having fun. It's out there working together. You know, the biggest thing is the defensive end. As long as we keep that up, we're going to...
You don't hear too many players, Greg, saying it's easy and they're not too concerned.
Yeah, or talking about possibly winning basketball games. But
Different look for New York. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Lopez. Lance Thomas comes in for Porzingis. And it's Tony Roten in for Aaron Aflalo. Then for the Heat, Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Tyler Johnson comes in for Dwayne Wade. And Freak subbed in for Goran Dragic. On the court for the Heat, Dang and Bosh, your small and power forwards. Freak is out there with Johnson. And it's Stoudemire in at the 5, roaming the paint. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for New York. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for the Heat. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. The Knicks have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
That's going to be over and back.
Good boy. This is the slip thing.